In continuation with the chapter how a state government works, and where we read about the chief minister being the main official body along with his council of ministers, he looks up into the affairs of the state level government working, and the head of the state being the governor. And comparing it with the central government, we know that the head of the state is the president, and the person who looks after the affairs of the country is known as the Prime Minister, PM. He works according to the norms of the Constitution and is helped by his Council of Ministers. We now move on to working of the legislature. Before we read, the term legislature means the law-making body. That means the laws and regulations, the rules and regulations are made by the legislature and looks after the working of it. So here we go. The governor summons the assembly and addresses its first meeting every year. During a session, MLAs discuss various issues and problems of the state. An MLA raises concerns about his constituency, about his own constituency. When a bill is passed by the assembly, it is sent to the governor for his assent. No bill can become an act or a law without governor's signature. So here they are talking that MLAs, that means the member of the legislative assembly, they raise their issues, whatever problem in their constituency is. Supposing there's a constituency in a city, maybe the wards are divided into, and each constituency has its MLA, that is member of the legislative assembly. Now he looks after the affair of that particular area. Whatever problem or concern is appearing in that area, he raises it, and then a proper meeting is conducted, a session is held under the leadership, or it could be said it is headed by the governor. He summons means he calls up the assembly and addresses the first meeting every year. Whenever the meetings are held, the first meeting is always conducted by the governor, and the MLAs discuss the issues regarding their constituencies, whatever problems they have, they write it, and a bill is passed by the assembly. Now, bill is a written enactment of a law. Now, any law cannot become a proper act to be implemented till it is given a consent of the governor, till the governor signs it. Before that, it is mere page or paper, so it is called a bill. So particular lines of actions are denoted, and then the bill is passed, and once it gets the governor's sign on it, then it becomes a proper act or a law. It is nothing without the signature of the governor. In order to understand the working of the government at the state level, let us visualize a session in the legislative assembly. There are 6 MLAs who are taking active part in the discussion. The others are just listeners to the whole conversation. So now in this, they are just talking of a scene in the legislative assembly, and they are talking about that 6 MLAs. Randomly they have chosen 6 MLAs are taking active part. They have some or the other problem in their constituency, and that discussion is taking place, and here is just a example or a glimpse of it. MLA 1. There have been as many as 15 deaths in my constituency of Shastri Nagar. These deaths have been due to diarrhea. I draw the attention of the members in charge of health as to what is being done to control the situation. MLA 2. I ask the health minister why the situation in government hospitals is so bad. Why is the government not appointing medical staff? I would also like to know what the government is planning to control this epidemic. MLA 3. In my constituency of civil lines, there is extremely shortage of water supply. What measures have been taken? MLA 4. In my opinion, my member friends are blowing up the problems out of proportion. The government has pressed water tankers into service to supply water twice. As for the case of diarrhea, ORS packets have been distributed in the affected areas, and several teams of doctors have also been sent. A mobile clinic has also been pressed into service. MLA 5. We have not been able to assess the situation properly I think the condition is going from bad to worse. Most doctors and staff are on leave. It is difficult to get the ORS packets delivered to the families in the area. MLA 6, I think the members of the opposition are unnecessarily blaming the government. The previous government it is sad to say, did not give enough attention to health and sanitation. We are now cleaning up the garbage that was left by the previous government. Thus, we find that the opposition MLAs are blaming the health minister. He is blaming the previous government for the outbreak of diarrhea. So, now, as we know, members of the Legislative Assembly could be from any party, but the majority MLAs, whichever party has that head, then the winning party gets the chance to make their government and that state. So the MLAs could be from different other parties also. This is visualized in MLA 1, who's talking and telling that in my Shastri Nagar place, we have diarrhea and 15 deaths have occurred. The situation is not under control. MLA 2 also complains about the same epidemic. He talks about the conditions of the bad conditions in the hospital. Then MLA 3 also tells that he has a water supply problem. The water supply is inadequate. MLA 4, who happens to be the winning party's member, he says, no, you are blowing up the situation out of proportion. It is not that. And their government has done various works to make it a success. They have provided with doctors, they are sending ORS packets and looking after the water tankers supply in a proper way so that the water shortage could be seen. Then MLA 5 also again complains, and MLA 6 again retaliates that this condition was there in the previous government also, but they are making scene because of the new government. So this blaming and opposition, the ruling party and the opposition, takes hand in hand in this scenario at the meeting which is conducted by at the assembly, and the members who participate could be of different parties.